Escape to DOS.
Well, I received another package from the same gentleman that lent me the reproduction Sound Blaster 1.5 that came from Sweden. Well, I tested and used that card, wrote music with it, and I had it for months and months. I was really thankful for what he did, and I offered to send him a couple of chips. He needed a couple programmed. There was a BIOS chip and a GAL chip. And on the same day, when I returned from sending those chips to him, I found this in my mailbox.
It's not coming from the States, but that is some handy packing material. The first, there's stuff in here. Okay.
This was assembled at the, well, you know where factory in China.
$4 XT-IDE version 2. The gentleman that sent me this stuff was hoping that these would arrive already programmed. That chip would be programmed. It didn't do anything, so we're assuming that most likely they do not program these chips when they send them out, which, you know, there are options as to what you can put on the chip, so maybe that's why. Anyway, so I'm going to test that chip and see if there's any information on it, and if not, I'm going to program it myself. And if you've been following this channel for any time, you've more than likely seen me programming GAL chips. I've programmed EEPROMs and UV erasables. Okay, next. That was all that was in there. Okay, next. Oh, yes. Fantastic. Some CR 2032s. I was concerned that maybe shipping these things in the mail might be an issue, but apparently not, so that's good to see. And yeah, I can use these things definitely. They're always coming in handy. He sent me, here's of course, a postcode reader, and unfortunately it does not appear to work anymore, and something is wrong with it. He's not exactly sure what caused it to fail. Maybe it was put in wrong. Not 100% sure. So, yeah. There's only like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chips on there. So we're assuming that it's one of those chips that has been damaged. So maybe it's repairable. Don't know. Okay, what else do we have in here? So far, that's the XT-IDE, we have the batteries, we have the postcode analyzer, and this is the big one. This is the super cool. Look at this monster. Wow. That is enormous. I don't even know if any of the VLB cards that I have are that long. That is absurdly long. Yeah. So this card sort of works. There might be issues with it, so I'm going to determine what those issues are and hopefully repair it. And he said I could keep it if I would like, and I think I do, because look what we have. It lives on that card. My favorite Opal 3 chip. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Plus, it has the Opti 82C929A, and I have the same chip in 2 other cards that I've tested on this channel. And recently, Adrian Black on his second channel was demonstrating a card that would not recognize until he refillowed the solder on those legs. And I have the exact same card. This one, though, has a CS4231 rather than the CS4248 that the Mad 16 Pro card has. And oh yeah, hooray, it's got a modem, but whatever, that we can ignore that. There appears to be absolutely no writing on this card explaining what it is other than that label on the back.
And I was eventually able to figure out what this thing was based on that and Vogon's post. But what is it with the labeling on these cards from this era? It's like some of them they didn't want to admit to what they made. A recent subscriber had mentioned these 1517 amplifier chips and how he prefers those to the 2025s. So, yeah, interesting to see what that'll sound like.
But wait, there is actually more. I totally didn't realize. I forgot. There's one last thing. It's taped down to the bottom. And Essential Leonard Cohen. That's pretty cool.
I'll probably have listened to that while I'm fixing a computer, but underneath that are these fantastic TDK music CDRs. I had mentioned that I only had these DVDs that I was burning, and he said he had an abundance of these and decided to send along some. I'm really thankful for that.
Back to trying that card out and figuring out the XT-IDE. And, well, I'll give this thing a shot and see if it works on my system. I'm assuming it doesn't, so. And, yeah, awesome. Thanks again.
In the next installment, I'm going to examine that sound card, find out if it'll work with DOS and Windows 3.1. It apparently was an issue with Windows 98. I'm going to pull that chip off and read it and see if there's any information on that at all. Maybe it's completely blank. That's what I'm assuming. And this post-analyzer card, is there any way to determine which of these chips has failed? I'll have to dig into that. I know these things are pretty cheap, so a lot of times people just throw them in the garbage, but, you know, if you can fix it. And underneath the Columbia Essential Leonard Cohen disc, there are the TDK music CDRs, and those run for 80 minutes. So I guess I have no choice but to make myself an Escape to DOS CDR. And I've produced well over 80 minutes on this channel, so I guess I'm going to have to make myself a greatest hits of Escape to DOS.
Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.